Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marjaeyat TV. Scholarly meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom, Iran. The House of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom continues to hold scholarly meetings on a daily basis. These meetings are attended by religious scholars, clerics, and seminarians, as well as the general public. In these meetings, the questions revolve Islamic beliefs, history, and law, and the grand jurist answers to these questions in person. Marjaeyat TV studio continues to cover Arbaeen Walk of 2022. The mobile studio of Marjaeyat TV continues to provide live coverage of the Arbaeen Walk of 2022 in the holy city of Karbala. This studio was stationed in Qibla Street at the vicinity of the shrine of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. Producing religious programs in the three languages of Farsi, Arabic, and English, and providing live streams of the activities of the offices of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi are some of the programs of Marjaeyat TV studio. This studio will continue its programs until Safar 20th, which marks the Arbaeen day of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. Activities by Temporary Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi during Arbaeen Walk of 2022. The temporary office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala continues to run numerous cultural and religious programs during the Arbaeen Walk of 2022. This office hosts public groups of believers, including cultural and religious figures, as well as representatives of Islamic authorities, distributing books written by Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, holding discussion panels, congregational prayers, and religious lectures are among the other activities of this center. PR Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi begins project to assist handicapped and elderly pilgrims. As part of the Great Husseini project, which is launched by the Public Relations Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, more than 100 wheelchairs have been allocated to move around elderly and handicapped pilgrims during the Arbaeen Walk of 2022. More than 100 volunteers participate in this project, which is titled Helping Pilgrims. Activities by Queries Mission of the Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Najaf. The Queries Missions of the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Najaf have been stationed in multiple checkpoints on the road from Holy Najaf to Holy Karbala. These missions help pilgrims with their religious questions and distribute cultural and religious books, particularly the publications of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi among the pilgrims. The dear believers can visit these missions on 4 different checkpoints on this road. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts religious figures and pilgrims in Holy Karbala, Iraq. The Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala hosted public groups of religious figures and pilgrims, as well as the representatives of Islamic authorities from inside and outside Iraq. Sheikh al-Hussein, the director of the Office of the Grand Jurist in Basra, welcomed these visitors and discussed various topics with them. It is worth noting that the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi holds Husseini memorials on a daily basis too. Activities by PR Manager of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi during Arbaeen Walk of 2022. Sayyid Arif Nasrullah, the Director of the Public Relations Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, hosted Brigadier General Ala al-Zubaydi, the head of the Security Department in Holy Karbala. During this meeting, the details of the special security plan for Arbaeen pilgrimage in the holy city of Karbala were discussed. Arif Nasrullah emphasized the importance of coordination between security agencies and the Husseini movements, which now play an important role not only at the service level, but also at all levels, even security. Sayyid Arif Nasrullah also met with Major General Ahmad al-Zawini, the police commander of Karbala, and was informed about some of the details related to the security of the pilgrims and Husseini's processions. These meetings were held with the aim of trying to ensure security for the pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, during this year's Arbaeen. In this regard, Sayyid Arif Nasrullah also visited the procession of seminarians, which is stationed in the holy city of Karbala during the Arbaeen pilgrimage, in order to provide religious and cultural services to the pilgrims. During this action, he was welcomed by Sheikh Zaki al-Bayati and Sheikh Ali al-Mujahid. In this meeting, the discussions revolved around providing services to the pilgrims. The PR manager of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi also attended the headquarters of the temporary office of the Grand Jurist and met with Sheikh Jalal Maash and other religious and cultural figures present in this office. Activities by Shia Societies Association during Arbaeen Walk of 2022. Over the past few days, the members of the Shia Societies Association entered the city of Afak in the Waniya province of Iraq. It is worth noting that the members of the Shia Societies Association also visited several Husseini mawaqib in these days and relayed the prayers and instructions of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi to these religious activists. PR manager of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts Sayyid Jaffar Shirazi in Holy Karbala, Iraq. Sayyid Arif Nasrullah, the PR manager of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, hosted Sayyid Jaffar Shirazi and Sayyid al-Hussein Shirazi, the two sons of the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Shirazi. In this meeting, Sayyid Jaffar Shirazi hinted that the Arbaeen of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, represents a realistic image of the ideal Islamic society which is described in the Holy Ziyarat. The son of the late Grand Ayatollah Shirazi also underscored the need to uphold the traditions of the Holy Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, and serving the pilgrims. Service centers by Misbah al-Hussein Foundation prepare to host pilgrims in Arbaeen Walk of 2022. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, establishes annual service stations in different areas of Karbala to serve pilgrims during the Arbaeen Walk of 2022. These stations provide various services to the pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, the most important of which is providing ID cards for children, the disabled, and the elderly in order to prevent them from getting lost. The employees of this institute and the volunteers who work with this institute include the information of the children or those who need these cards along with the phone numbers of their companions in these cards. These stations are located in 7 important points of Karbala, as well as in Wasit province, at the border entrance of Zarbatiya, and in the holy city of Najaf, as well as in the center of Imam Hussein TV. A special TV series hosts top Iraqi poets and intellectuals. A special TV program, Mansa al-Arbaeen, hosts Iraqi poets and intellectuals from inside and outside this country during the Holy Arbaeen Walk of 2022. This program is a joint collaboration between Misbah al-Hussein Foundation and Imam Hussein TV Network. In this special program, a group of Iraqi poets will appear, and by reading poetry, they will express the history, culture, and the oppression that went against the Holy Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them. For the 6th year in a row, the Misbah al-Hussein Foundation is airing this program that brings together the Husseinis writers and poets from different countries. Biha Institute continues to distribute supplies of drinking water to religious mawaqib. Biha Cultural and Charitable Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, distributed large supplies of drinking water to pilgrims. Thousands of drinking water bottles were given out by this center. It is worth noting that this center, following the recommendations of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, feeds pilgrims during the glorious Arbaeen Walk of 2022. It is worth noting that this institute also supplied food items to the religious mawaqib. Rasul Azam Center continues serving pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, in Arbaeen Walk of 2022. Rasul Adam Center, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Kadimiya, has assigned missions to the holy city of Karbala to serve pilgrims during the Arbaeen Walk of 2022. Pilgrims are provided with resting place and temporary residence by this center.